So hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Season 2 of our Lotus F1 Manager Save. Now we have got a lot to get through, and you'll notice by the title, we have not got a lot of money. In fact, we have got less than any money because we're £25 million in debt, and we've got a lot of work to do to sort out. But let me bring you up to date with what has happened in the off-season. First and foremost, we are going to look at the driver transfers, because this is very, very important indeed, and I'm sure you'll all like to know who is driving for who. So at Ferrari, we've got Charles Leclerc and Liam Lawson has traded Lotus for Ferrari. I've got to say, that's not a bad gig for Liam Lawson at all. Max Verstappen and Carlos Sainz are the Red Bull drivers of choice for this year. McLaren have got Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris. Mercedes, George Russell and Valtteri Bottas. We've got Team Lotus, we'll come on to ours in a little moment. Aston Martin, Pierre Gasly and Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll still at Aston Martin. Visa Cash App RB have got Nico Hulkenberg and Daniel Ricciardo. Logan Sargent is in the Haas with Zhou Guanyu. Alpine have Checo Perez and Yuki Tsunoda. That is a very strong driver lineup. Alexander Albon and Esteban Ocon driving for the Williams team. And Kick Sauber have got Frederic Veste and Teo Pourchaire. The drivers for Lotus, you will notice Enzo Fittipaldi has kept his seat. We're going to give him another year. He's still got 2 years left on his contract. And to be honest with you, I couldn't afford any other drivers. So Enzo kept his seat, and Dennis Hauger came in. Now Dennis Hauger, we're quite happy with this signing, it must be said. If we just have a look at his history, he was driving in F2 for MP Motorsport last year. He finished 6th, he got one podium, scoring 111 points. Notably in terms of his contract, quite a cheap salary, and that's going to be a theme as we've had to restructure this team from top to bottom. No race target bonus either for him, bless him, but hopefully he's a decent driver. His stats are not bad, cornering, braking, he's very nice control, consistency. Hopefully he doesn't smash the car up a lot, but he is in at Team Lotus in car 1. He's got a lovely hair as well, it must be said. Paul Riviera has joined us as a race engineer. He's come in, the Spaniard as well. This were another sort of cheap signing, $854,000 in salary. We quite like this signing as well. He should be a very good race engineer for Dennis Hauger. And if we go into the staff department, Joaquim Navarro is coming as well. Now, he's a big downgrade on what we had last year. But again, you will notice, contract-wise, just over $1 million in salary. We're quite happy with that. And look, these are the things we've got to do. Now, if we also have a look at the car, of course, you are going to want to have a look at the car performance. It's got to say, the car has suffered. We've not been able to do the upgrades during the off-season, so we are going to have to struggle through parts of this season, but we are projected at the end of it to get back in the black and get to $64 million in the black towards the end of the season. If we can stick to that in Season 3, we should have a really, really positive car, and hopefully that's when we'll be challenging for championships. But this season is all about working towards that, and the car itself is something, I think, a thing of beauty, because if we go, you'll notice the new driver suits, 7up being the main sponsor on the driver suits. We've got Pirelli and a few others as well, but the car livery itself, if we just have a little look around it, you can see we've got Air Italia, we've got West, we've got Canon, Pirelli. We have absolutely maxed out on sponsors, knowing that we need to bring the money into the team. We've got some very old sponsors as well, Vodafone on the car, and the 7up. I think this new Lotus car looks a really nice car. Let me know what you think down in the comments of the livery, and of course the race suits as well. We've decked them out in every sponsor we can see. Rolex, Bic, Vodafone again, and you can see that is the new driver suits. Like I said, it's going to be a slog at the start, but I hope you can stick with us, because we are going to win championships on this game. We are very good at preserving his tyres. That will come in to its own as well. And just a couple of other things to bring you up to date. We have also got Toyota joining the F1 grid. They've merged with the Haas F1 team, and Toyota are now part of the grid. We've got some new liveries on the Aston Martins, on the Haas and the Williams in particular, along with our own. And that is where we are going to start in Bahrain. So Dennis Hauger and Fittipaldi, we will start in Bahrain, which is 57 laps around here. The first Grand Prix in 2004. Car attributes, low and medium speed cornering. This does not make pretty reading, but we are very fast in terms of acceleration, so bear that in mind. We've still got the RB powertrain. The expected strategy, it's definitely a two-stop. Maybe we can make the softs work when other teams can't. That's something that we'll be hoping for. But ladies and gentlemen, all that being said, we are about to kick off Season 2. Let me know what you think down in the comments of the financial situation, the new livery and the new driver lineup, and I'll see you in quali for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Final flying laps then in Q1, and Hauger is looking very... I mean, how good does that Lotus look, by the way? It might not be a fast car, but it's a very, very good looking car. As Hauger coming up to the line, is he improving? He was green through sector 1, he was yellow through sector 2. He does improve. Fittipaldi, green through the first and second sector. What can he do? You will notice on the left-hand side as well, we've got a new extended user interface. Very excited about using this season as well. All the links for the mods will be down in the comments, but if Fittipaldi crosses the line, goes up to P16, Sainz and Vestre and Liam Lawson in the Ferrari. What is he going to do? Is he going to get into the top 16? You suggest he is going to do. He isn't. Oh dear, Liam Lawson knocked out in Q1 for Ferrari. Should have been driving a Lotus, mate. This has been an impressive qualifying session from Hauger on his debut in Formula 1 at the moment. He's green through the first and second sector. He was P8 after his first run on a scrub set. What is he going to do here, Hauger? As he comes up to the line, he was yellow through the final sector. He stays where he is. Now, Fittipaldi increasing in confidence all the time. What can Fittipaldi do? Down in P15 at this moment in time. There's a few cars behind that we would expect to knock Hauger out at this moment in time. Piastri's had a crash. Fittipaldi's only good enough for P14 at the moment. As we fast forward on, all eyes are on the cars behind him, and Hauger will be in P12 by 0.3 of a second. We're not too upset with that. P12, P16. Let's see what the strategy is for Sunday. And just to show you the qualifying free results, Max Verstappen is on pole position. New year, same contenders at the front. Charles Leclerc in P2, Norris and Piastri P3 and 4, Gasly and Stroll P5 and 6, Hülkenberg P9 and Albon in the top 10. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, P12 and P16, first strategy chat of the season. Hauger is going to start on the softs, go on to another set of softs, then the mediums. It's the inverted for Fittipaldi. He's going to be mediums to start, then soft. Fittipaldi, we may try a one-stop week. It's unlikely, but we might. But P12, P16, let's get to 5 red lights.
The anticipation is really building here. The fans in attendance are absolutely buzzing with excitement. This could be an important race today for Lance Stroll.
Starting 6th gives them a great chance today. The choice is, do they protect what they've got or push for more?
But there's no more time left. We've got a race on our hands. Here we go with the Bahrain Grand Prix. And it's lights out. And away we go.
And away we're going straight away. We're looking at Hauger on his F1 debut. Can he make any moves early doors here? He's up against the Toyotas of Zhou and Sargent going into turn 1. I mean, that sounds a bit calamitous. It could be a little bit dangerous. Logan Sargent all the way at the back. He's slow into turn 1 in Zhou, and he shoves Zhou a little bit wide, saying, no way, mate. I'm here now. I'm on the F1 grid for a reason, and I will shove you out of the way, no problem. He's going to try and keep up with Daniel Ricciardo in front of him. He's on a fresh set of soft compound tyres. Bottas on a scrub set, as are Verstappen and Leclerc. My word, this UI is so much better. Carlos Sainz in P22 at this moment in time. You can see the RBs in front of him fighting. Meanwhile, Fittipaldi losing a position off the start. He's now tucked in behind Checo Perez in his new Alpine car. Let's just have a quick look at the Williams car as well. We're going to come on to a couple of new liveries, but the main one to show you is the Toyota Haas at this moment. Let me know what you think of that. I think it's quite a decent looking car, the Haas, at this moment in time. Toyota on the back wing, but at this moment in time, I still think the best looking car on this grid is this Lotus, and Dennis Hauger's making it look rather quick as well. Difficult opening laps for us here at Team Lotus. Teo Porsche in the Kick Sauber on his F1 debut is overtaking Enzo Fittipaldi. Of course, we still get these back wing views, but we can see that Lotus of Fittipaldi, no answer to the car on the softer compounder tyre, it must be said. So let's give Fittipaldi his dues. You can see as well, it looked like an Alpine. We're fancying a move on him there, but didn't quite go for it. So Fittipaldi now tucked up in behind Porsche. Hauger has lost the DRS of Nico Hülkenberg in front of him, and he's just trying to bring it back. He's just managed to overtake Zhou Guanyu. These two have been exchanging places in the first couple of laps, but as you can see round the outside, that is a gorgeous move from Dennis Hauger. You love to see it in the Team Lotus car. Beautiful work for him. He's now back up into P12, 1.3 seconds behind Hülkenberg. Liam Lawson won't be enjoying this. Liam Lawson will be enjoying this one. Enzo Fittipaldi won't, because as you can see, DRS enabled Ferrari overtakes Lotus, and Fittipaldi actually forced him wide as well. Now, Fittipaldi is going to be quite upset with that, and rightly so, because Liam Lawson got to prove himself to his new employers. Of course, he gave us that special night in Las Vegas, did Liam Lawson. Hauger at the moment is looking the better of the two Lotus cars, as you can see on the back of this Toyota of Zhou Guanyu. But my word, Liam Lawson, he's past Perez as well. He's now working his way through the field in that Ferrari, as he should be doing, to be fair, as Enzo Fittipaldi is just going backwards. As you can see, Yuki Tsunoda now in the BWT Alpine. We tried to defend a little bit there, did Enzo Fittipaldi. Couldn't quite defend well enough. Yuki Tsunoda gives him a little shove, and that's it. I mean, to be fair, if I'd have said to Enzo Fittipaldi, you'll finish in front of Carlos Sainz in a Red Bull today, he'd have probably been happy. But he's down in P19, and it's looking very testing for the young Brazilian driver. But Dennis Hauger is making this car look very nice indeed, as he's behind Zhou Guanyu at this moment, and just tucked in behind these two Toyotas. Lap 13, we're just going to have a look at this Yuki Tsunoda spin, because this has helped out Fittipaldi a little bit. As you can see, Tsunoda in the Alpine. I mean, he looked like he were driving on black ice there, didn't he, Yuki Tsunoda? As he gets his first swearing in of the new season. Fair play to Yuki for getting that in. We'll have a full rundown. Piastri is leading the Grand Prix from Max Verstappen, maybe not for much longer. As we come in to this right-hander, he certainly is. It's Piastri from Verstappen. Leclerc is in P3. We'll just have a little look at this Hauger overtake as well. Let's have a see what happens here. Has he tried it around the outside again? He has. Dennis Hauger showing to be a very competent Formula 1 driver at this moment in time. He's making that Toyota driver, I think it's Zhou Guanyu, look very average. Norris in P4. Gasly is in P5. Stroll in P6 in the Aston Martin. Then comes Ricciardo in P7. 8th for Russell. 9th for Bottas, and Hülkenberg in P10. Still P12 for Hauger. They are starting to close up on Albon a little bit, but he's the leader of the train that goes all the way back to Carlos Sainz in P17. We're starting to see the first pit stops on lap 15, but you've got to say, Hauger, we decided to push him on a little bit to see if he could catch up with Albon. He has done that. He's now within a second of the Williams driver in front of him, just about in a second at this moment in time, trying to stay in that DRS. We are just going to tell him to attack a little bit more and get back up to him. But at the moment, Dennis Hauger doing a great job in this Lotus in P12. Fittipaldi, we're flirting with a one-stop, but not decided yet. Hauger was catching Albon, but Albon managed to get some DRS, and then Carlos Sainz in the Red Bull. As you would expect, he's working his way through the field and overtook Hauger on the start finish straight into the right-hander. Great work from him, but it has given us a little bit of a helping with DRS. We're not too upset about that at this moment in time. This might work a little bit for Hauger, because the Red Bull hasn't got DRS. He has. Fittipaldi's just starting to make a few moves as well, as his tyres are starting to come into the run, and he's now on the back of Checo Perez. Will he go for a move here? He won't, but Fittipaldi the tyres are starting to come to him. First pit stop of the season is coming for Hauger, but we're going to watch Liam Lawson spinning out in a Ferrari under pressure from, I believe that might be Fittipaldi. Let's just have a little look. He just goes locking up, off he goes, and it's not been a great debut for Liam Lawson at this moment in time. Hauger is pitting now, following into the pits. Bottas in the Mercedes. Now let's hope we have a good first pit stop of the season. We've been working on him a little bit in the off season. It's a part of our team that hopefully should have improved. I've given it the kiss of death now, Anta. Let's have a little look how this pit stop goes for this Team Lotus team. How does it go? 2.4 seconds. We'll take that all day long. Hauger will be happy with that. Now I reckon he should come out in front of the Kick Sauber of Vesti. Certainly should now, as he comes trundling down the pit lane. Bottas comes out. There is a Toyota. I believe that's Logan Sargent, who's on the mediums. Is Hauger going to come out in front of him here? It looks like he is, and into turn one he keeps that position. Now he can push on this outlap, hopefully drop this Toyota and push on towards Bottas. Great first pit stop for the Team Lotus team. There are lots of pit stops happening at this moment in time, but Checo Perez has just managed to get past Fittipaldi. The tyres were coming to him, and now Perez has managed to get past in that Alpine. It does look rather nice, that Alpine, it must be said. And as you can see, into the right-hander, lovely work from Perez, gets the job done. Fittipaldi dropping down a position. He's going to be ready to get on to some new tyres, but Perez is now in the pits along with Liam Lawson. But where is Fittipaldi now? Fittipaldi currently now running in P9. Obviously hasn't pit yet. There is a reason to go on to this one stop. It is something we are considering on the pit wall, but Hauger into P14 now, tucked up behind Logan Sargent and just sharing a little bit of DRS. Fittipaldi in for his first pit stop of the season. It's got to be said, he's actually done his mate a little favour as well, because he held up Zhou Guanyu, which meant that Hauger could catch him up lovely, and it's gone very, very well for Dennis Hauger. Is he going to go well at this pit stop? Renzo Fittipaldi, it's a 2.8 second stop. We're not too upset with that. He's going to come out towards the back of the pack, unfortunately, Fittipaldi. But Hauger now, DRS enabled on the back of Zhou Guanyu. This is for the top 10. Could be really interesting towards the end of this race for him, but Fittipaldi out in P20 in clean air. Hauger's just lost 2 positions. I'm just being sat watching this thinking he's going to be comfortably in a decent position to attack the points at the end of this Grand Prix, and then he just loses 2 positions there, and he's got to be careful he doesn't drop further down this train. So Hauger now down to P12. He's just topping up his ERS a little bit, which is a necessary evil, but he's doing okay at the moment. He's got a lot better tyres than Zhou Guanyu. He's in this train. I'm quite happy with how things are progressing for Hauger at this moment in time. He could possibly get some points today. Meanwhile, Fittipaldi's trying to push on as much as he can, but it's been a tough, tough afternoon for the Brazilian driver. These RB cars are starting to look mighty, mighty quick. As you can see, we're hoping that Hauger can stay in the DRS, but he can't. The 2 RBs seem to have got away at this moment in time. So we'll have a rundown. It's Norris leading the Grand Prix at the moment from Verstappen. Piastri in P3, Leclerc in P4, Stroll, and there's a big gap to Stroll in P5, Gasly P6, then comes Sainz, Russell, Bottas in P9, and Ricciardo in P10 at the moment. Hauger in P12, but he's got a gaggle of cars behind him that contains a Ferrari as well. Going to be tough for Hauger, but remember, we've got fresh tyres on this final stint. It could work well for him. We've had a few cars in that little train that have decided to pit. Zhou Guanyu being one of them, onto the medium tyres. Porsche on to the soft compound tyres is just trundling in at the moment. He's not in that battle, but he is a medium compound runner at the end. Hauger is one of them. He's now tucked in behind Alexander Albon at this moment in time. He's just using up what's left of these soft compound tyres. Fittipaldi monitoring his tyre situation at the minute as well. He's down in P18. It's not looking good at all for Fittipaldi today, but Hauger, there's an outside chance of the points. A safety car in the next couple of laps would be a blinder for us. And into the pits comes Hauger on lap 37 for his final pit stop of the race. Now, we reckon this should bring him out around Fittipaldi, Hauger. So let's have a look at how this final pit stop goes. I think it's been a valiant effort from the newbie on this first race. Is it a decent pit stop? 2.8 seconds. It's not bad again. Sub 3 seconds we will take. Now, where is Hauger going to finish up? Fittipaldi looks like he's gone past him. Where is Zhou Guanyu? Zhou Guanyu, of course, his man, he's been fighting all afternoon. 18 seconds. It's going to be close between the two, but he's going to come out now and get some DRS. That works well for Hauger. Lap 37. Final stint approaching. Oh dear, Nico Hülkenberg. Let's have a little look at this pit stop for the RB team. What's going to happen here? It looks like it's that back left that just would not go on, and he's stationary for a long, long time. Nico Hülkenberg will not be happy with that whatsoever. He's already questioning what's happening on the radio, and that's dropped him down. So that's dropped him down to a second behind Hauger at this minute. Hauger can't quite seem to get up to Zhou Guanyu, but one thing we could do here, Fittipaldi's not going to do much today, it must be said. So what we are going to do is try and let him defend from Zhou Guanyu, hold him up, and then when he does, hopefully that'll bring Hauger back into Zhou Guanyu. But straight away, Zhou Guanyu's gone for a move, and it's not quite worked. We will bring Fittipaldi in this lap. Fittipaldi is in to the pitch. You can see his teammate flying down the start-finish straight on that medium set of compound tyres. And he's got a real job now to try and catch up to Zhou Guanyu. Is it going to be a complete decent set of pit stops for the Lotus team? It is. 2.8 seconds will take. That's all day. Fittipaldi's going to come out around P20, I'd imagine. Where is Yuki Tsunoda? Yeah, P20. I think that's it for Fittipaldi today, P20. Hauger, though, still chasing down and fighting with the RB of Hülkenberg. Oh, and it's going from bad to worse to Hauger now. He's not in the DRS, and Alexander Albon was, and that was it. Job done. Hülkenberg's gone, and he's starting to fall down the order. What promised so much is now starting to unravel slightly. Albon now up into P15, and as we switch back, let's just have a little look. Hauger, P16 now, behind Esteban Ocon. If he can stay in the DRS, that'd be helpful, but I think that's going to be about it today. Will he beat Logan Sargent in the Haas now, is the question. And I think this sort of sums it up. Hauger now, he was chasing down Zhou Guanyu, and then he got a little bit heavy on the throttle. To be fair to him, he didn't put it in a wall, so I'm quite happy about that, but I think that's pretty much job done now. Hauger is now down in P16. Disappointment in the Lotus garage. We've seen a few spins. Obviously, we've got rookie drivers in as well. Hauger, P16. He's still 4 seconds ahead of Logan Sargent. If he can stay in front of him, that would be ideal. We've had a few later pit stops happening, which has promoted Hauger up into P14, so he's doing okay at this moment in time. Fittipaldi and Lawson are going to have a fight towards the end of this Grand Prix, but it's all eyes on the front because Piastri and Verstappen are separated by just half a second, 6-7 laps to go. It's going to go right to the wire between these two. Liam Lawson again overtaking Fittipaldi, and as we can see, we actually get a nose cam. We're going to get a decent camera angle for a replay down the inside of Fittipaldi. It's aggressive from Lawson, but he makes the move stick, and that Ferrari showing its pace, but it's been very disappointing this for Liam Lawson in his first Grand Prix for Ferrari, it must be said. Fittipaldi now down in P17. Is he going to manage to maintain that and not get caught by Checo Perez? I think he probably is. Hauger, it must be said, 14 for him at the moment, but Lawson is coming. He's had to just move out of the way as well, Hauger, and we can see now he has got Sargent right on the back of him on that soft compounder tyre. They will die before the end. Hauger might just have the edge here. Final lap of the Grand Prix then for Max Verstappen, and it's got to be said he was looking very, very close, but he's managed to burn away from Oscar Piastri. Piastri possibly getting caught in a little bit of traffic. He'll be frustrated that he's not going to manage to deal with that today. Hauger, though, has still got a battle on with Logan Sargent, and you can see Fittipaldi in the background as well. P15 and 17 wouldn't be the worst there as Fittipaldi dives down the inside of Sargent. That is a beautiful move from Enzo Fittipaldi, and now both of them really can attack on the tyres. He's going to get DRS as well. Are we going to see Hauger versus Fittipaldi towards the end of this Grand Prix? It was a lovely move from Fittipaldi into P16, and now the two guys are going to go at it towards the end. 58% softs play 55% mediums. You've got to say Fittipaldi, despite all the work from Hauger and how competitive he's been, might actually go for the overtake, and he's going to go for the overtake, or is he? Is he going to make a move into the final corner on his teammate? He does make a move. Oh my word, he's so close. And I think this is going to be all she wrote. We can see Lawson and Ocon just finishing. Fittipaldi is going to be P16. It's P15 for Hauger on the day on his debut. Fair play to both of them. I think they've performed rather well. And let's get to the podium, of which Verstappen will be on the top step.
And no doubt, Verstappen fans will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
Their first win of the season, and the team looking on will be very proud, I'm sure.
Very proud in sure of Verstappen on the top step, but you can see two McLaren drivers either side of him. Is that a sign of things to come? Verstappen winning 25 points, Piastri in P2, then came Lando Norris, Charles Leclerc in P4, Carlos Sainz gained 17 positions on the day and got the fastest lap. Fair play, what a recovery drive that is. Stroll P6, Gasly P7, Bottas in P8, then came Russell and Alexander Albon making up the points. Lawson finished P13 for Ferrari on his debut. Hauger dropped 3 positions down to 15th, and Enzo Fittipaldi finished where he started in P16. We'll not show you the drivers because guess who's leading it? Max Verstappen. But constructor standings wise, you can see Red Bull are top on 36 points, McLaren in second, then come Aston Martin, who had a very good showing on the day, Ferrari P4, Mercedes in P5, and you can see there are 5 teams that didn't score points: RB, Haas, Lotus, Alpine and Kick Sauber. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you thought of the first race of the new season. Please do remember to like and subscribe and comment, especially at the start of a new season on the series, and I hope to see you on the next one in Saudi Arabia in Jeddah. Ta-ra!